Hey there folks, welcome to another Coach's Corner with me, Steve. So I just want to take a look at the promotions for 2017 and what's going to happen. Obviously EFC have come up with some big news which I want to really talk about as well. But let's start with Cape Town and let's start with CFL. So CFL is back. They've got their first event coming up very soon, run by Ivan de Vries. CFL is a fantastic event. Obviously, we had a slight run-in with them last year regarding an incident that happened with an official. But that's all done, all in the past. Let's hope that some of the clubs that have decided not to be with them anymore will go back. And let's hope that CFL can get back to its glory days, you know. It is Cape Town's largest event. It's Cape Town's biggest event that they have. But there is pressure from other ones. But let's hope that CFL can really get back to what they were. They've got some boxing and some kickboxing and some Muay Thai coming up, as well as the MMA. So exciting times for CFL. Good luck to Ivan and the team. It is a great event and we're looking forward to being there this year again. Moving on, there's some other promotions when you look at in Cape Town as well. And the first one is Nicholas Radley's King of the Ring. So King of the Ring is a very exciting event. We remember last year the guys were going crazy for King of the Ring. Really spectacular fights and some really good matchups. King of the Ring is coming up soon. I think it's March if I'm not mistaken. Excuse me if I'm wrong on the dates. But very exciting times in Cape Town, particularly for the stand-up fighters. So good luck to all of them. Good luck to you, Nicholas. We're hoping to be there. We should be there. And let's see what happens with King of the Ring. Next I want to take a look at PFC. PFC had their first event last year, and what a successful event it was. It was absolutely fantastic. You know, sometimes you get it wrong when you have your first event, and that happens, and you know, you can't really judge people on getting it wrong the first time round, but they did really well, and I'm looking forward to more PFCs. You know, they're busy working on a few more sponsorships here and there. It's Neville Adenal and his team, so good luck, Neville. Make sure you get to PFC. There's another event in Cape Town that I really want to take a look at that I think is going to be exciting. It's got such potential and the matchups are phenomenal. It's Fight Factory. So Fight Factory is just a month away, just under a month away. And it's run by Rowan Katsu from Top Primates Academy. And you know, this event, I've seen some of the matchups and wow, all I can say is well done, Rowan. It was supposed to happen at the end of last year. I think it was supposed to happen in November of last year. But unfortunately, there were changes in sanctionings and changes in rules for fights. And this can be fought, but this can't be fought. And it can't be on the same card. And all sorts of headaches happened for Rowan. But Rowan's done well. He postponed the event to this year, which, like I said, it's about a month away. It's in February. And good luck to him. And you know, VIP tickets are only 200 Rand. General tickets are 100 Rand. So make sure you get to this event. There's going to be some white collar boxing, some kickboxing / MMA, and Muay Thai, and some MMA as far as I'm aware. And very exciting. Good luck, Rowan. This event, you know, it's a hallmark. It's a big step for you. And you know, Rowan is one of the nicest guys. I haven't met Rowan personally, but we have chatted on a number of occasions. And fantastic guy. And Rowan, I wish you all the best. Make sure you get to Fight Factory. It's going to be exciting. We're going to be there as well, I hope. We will be in touch with Rowan to make sure that we are there for this event. And like I say, people get matchups wrong in their first event, but I've seen the card. I've seen some of the fights that Rowan is putting on. And wow. Amazing stuff. Well done. Let's move over to Joburg. And the first one that we'll look at is Fight Stars. So Fight Stars is back. Fight Stars is doing some great things. They've introduced professional fights now. We've seen the return of Jacques Hubert. He's competing at Fight Star now. We saw Marcel Els take on LFS semi-finalist Tommy Strydom, where Marcel Els won that fight. Was by submission, if I remember right. And this is a good thing. You know, they've joined forces now with World Series of Fighting, and that has really boosted Fight Star. Fight Star run by Grant Orloff and Pietro Cignoli. Sorry if I got your surname wrong there, Coach Pietro. My apologies. If you don't know who Pietro is, the EFC Championship rings, he's the guy that makes them from Orfeo Twins. So, let's support Fight Star this year. It is a fantastic event, and they're really putting pressure on the EFC, which is great. Because they're signing pro fighters, they're going to have a system in place where they're going to tell these guys, look, stay with us, fight professionally with us. And EFC is going to really have to dig deep to sign some of these guys. We've seen some top guys moving over to pro ranks already. Like I said, Marcel Els is one of them who has signed as a professional and he's competing there now. So big things with Fight Star. We've also got GFC, and in terms of the seniors, I'm not a big fan of GFC, but in terms of junior athletes, you really, really want to get your kids there. It is fantastic. Apart from GFC, you've got XKT's Clash of the Tiny Titans and the Great North events where the juniors can compete, and it's really not enough for the young kids. We need more events where the young kids can compete. So, good luck to XKT and GFC, which we're obviously not talking in depth about today. And get your kids there. Find out when the events are happening, because it really, really is fantastic to see these kids giving everything that they got into the sport. LFS, let's talk about them. So LFS is going to have a second event this year. They got a lot of hate last year, which I think was unjustified. There was their first event, and I think they did really, really well. I was at the Joburg prelims and the Pretoria Bloem prelims and the finals. You can't blame a promotion for one or two boring fights like what happened in the LFS final. If you look at EFC and you think back to Gideon Trotsky and Tumelo Maputa, I've just stopped your argument right there. There was a terrible fight, worse than some of the finals and semi-finals at the LFS finale. That said, 90% of the fights that I saw at LFS were very exciting. It was really people slugging it out, and when you got that type of money on the line, you're going to have people looking to knock each other out. So get to LFS this year, go and check it out, get to the prelims. The prelims are really, really exciting. It's great. So make sure you get to the prelims, make sure you get to the finals. Don't judge them by what you saw on TV either. Sometimes the TV doesn't do justice to what really goes on. So get to an event, check it out before you judge them this year. Finally, let's take a look at EFC. So EFC have made a big announcement, which I want to talk about first. They've now signed with SABC3, which is an SABC Sport. And I've seen a lot of comments, and I want to address you guys personally. Comments like this: "Yeah, but Brew, it should be on SuperSport, Brew. What is this? This is rubbish. No, Brew, you guys are getting kickbacks from SABC, hey? Now you corrupt, Brew." You know what, Brew? Relax yourself. We want to grow the sport. And how are you going to grow the sport? By having it on SuperSport, where millions of people who do not have DSTV cannot watch it. Millions of kids who live in rural areas or live in normal areas but don't have DSTV, how are they going to watch it and realize that this is what they want to do? Yes, your argument about ETV is justified. For me, you cannot say an event is live, but it's delayed live. It's either delayed or it's live. One of the two. Pick one. SABC3 is going to do something that has never happened with EFC before. It kind of happened on SuperSport, but it didn't really happen very well. SABC3 are going to have weekly shows on a Saturday night. Plus, they're going to have a repeat on, I think it's a Monday or Tuesday during the day. They're going to build up. They're going to have the countdown shows. They're going to show the event live, the main event, folks, not the prelims. The main event, the last 5 fights on the card, are going to be live. Not delayed live. No, live, as it happens, which is great, because then you're going to be able to watch it without knowing the results first up. So don't hate on EFC for signing TV rights with SABC. It is fantastic. We are going to have so many people watching the sport live going, I want to do that. I want to become like a Demar Penner. I want to become a Dricus du Plessis. I want to become a Norman Vessels. And that is exactly what we want. And when it's on SuperSport, a lot of these people can't watch it. A lot of these people can't stream it. I know I can't stream it on Questa Sports. I don't even have DSTV. I'll go to a friend's place. I'm fortunate enough to have friends that have DSTV and streaming and whatnot. So, don't judge that they've signed with SABC. It is a great thing. And well done, Cairo. Well done, Graham. Because this is how you're going to grow the sport. This is how you're going to get youth watching the sport going, Mommy, Daddy, I want to fight like that guy. And this is how you're going to get guys into gyms. This is my gym, the Box Pit. And I'm hoping that guys see this and they go, I want to learn to fight, and they come to my gym and learn how to box. That's exactly what I want. Gym owners, guys that own gyms, guys like JP Kruger, Chris Bright, Anthony Kettle, they're going to be looking at this. Another one, Wenzel Null, thinking offhand, Richie Kwan, Morne Visser, Morne Swanepoel. They're going to be looking at this going, this is great. Guys are going to watch. They're going to come to my gym to learn how to fight. It's fantastic, you know. And so don't hate on the EFC for signing with SABC. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. I think it's unwarranted. I think you need to thank the EFC for doing that, because you guys that are complaining, 90% of you think you can fight, but you've never gotten off your chair and gone to a gym to learn how. You're all keyboard warriors. And that is exactly what us coaches think. You know, where the guys that do train and do go to the gym and haul ass every single day are the guys going, this is great, this is fantastic. So stop hating on them, alright? That's a fantastic, fantastic thing. And it's exactly what is needed. EFC also have a big year ahead. They've announced some massive fights. They've announced, obviously, Chef is going to be fighting Yannick Bahati. And like I said in the previous video, if you have a guy that, if you can think of a guy that likes to beat people up without going to jail, you think of Norman Vessels. And that is fantastic. You know, I think he's the perfect matchup for Yannick Bahati. Obviously, Dricus du Plessis has a big target on his back. He's got Henry Fadipe waiting in the line. He's got Cameron Pritchard waiting for him. Dricus has called out Yannick Bahati. He's called out Chef. He's got a big year ahead. He's fighting tomorrow night or the night after in Australia at Legend MMA. Massive fight for him. Dricus, good luck. The whole of South Africa is behind you. Guys, if we do find out how to follow this event, we will let you know. But we will try and get the results as soon as physically possible and let you guys know how Dricus did. Then you've obviously got Zulu Boy up against JP Base, which I think is going to be massive. Zulu Boy is back in the EFC. It's a championship, champion unification bout. The interim and the champion going at it. Obviously, the first event of the year is crazy. Former teammates Boyd Allen and Edgar Cabeza for the featherweight title. This is going to be massive. We were hoping this would happen, and it has happened. We were hoping this would happen when they were still at the same gym. And now that Edgar Cabeza has left FFM, it can happen, and we're excited. We hope that you're excited for this as well. What a fight. Also, it's on the same card on the 4th of March as Base and Zulu. So make sure that you get to Carnival City for this, because wow, it's going to be an absolute cracker. Obviously, EFC have also announced Don Madge and Dave Mazzani, which is another massive one. And they have said that Champion Dalcher will face Chad Hanekom later in the year. We don't know a date yet. We don't know when that's going to happen. And then we're all awaiting what happens with Michiel Opperman. Let's see what goes on there. Let's hope this isn't the end of his career, because he's been fantastic and phenomenal, and he's really given us some amazing memories. Folks, I'm sorry that I had to shout at a lot of you, the keyboard warriors, you guys. I'm sorry I had to shout at you, but let's not hate on the EFC. This is a great thing that they've done. Well done, Cairo and Graham. Really, really well done. Couldn't have a better signing if you tried. Folks, let us know what your thoughts are. The keyboard warriors, please don't hate on me. Please don't send me hate mail. Alright, I had to get that out. You guys needed to know why these things are happening and why it's good, instead of throwing hate at the EFC. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great afternoon. And Dricus du Plessis, good luck. South Africa is behind you. Bye-bye.